Ladies and gentlemen, this is the introduction to a look at LAMMA. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depends how you look at it, I didn't get as much footage as I hoped I was going to get at LAMMA. So I've cobbled together what I've got. And my introduction for LAMMA at LAMMA, for some reason, was corrupted on my memory card. I had a couple of clips for some reason that had gone blurry, not quite sure why. So I've got as much as I can cobble together. The other thing I wanted to say was, going to LAMMA this year turned into so much more than I thought it was going to be, in that we decided, because Giants were going to be there with Farming Simulator and Farming Simulator League, and then DJ Goham and Farmer Cop contacted a load of us and said, look, let's do a community meet and greet and meet up. For me, going to LAMMA this year was more about meeting people. It was getting together with content creators. It was getting together with mod makers, map makers. It was meeting celebrities. And we met a few different people, which was incredible. But meeting you. Anyone that attended, anyone that came to the meet and greet, anyone that bumped into me, anyone that said hello, anyone that had an autograph, took a selfie, or just came up, shook my hand and had a conversation. That's why I was there. It was about community. It was about meeting people. Did I want to record more? Initially, yes, I did. But as I started going around the show and realising that it was more than just going to the show, I kind of settled into a calm of, you know what? What I've got is what I've got. I'll put it up and I'll show you, and I hope you enjoy it. So what you're about to see is the footage I got. I do an outro though, so hopefully you'll enjoy that. I'm recording. So, LAMMA. We're here at LAMMA, Mississippi 2. Hello. And, I mean, this is kind of not the start. We've been over at the Farming Simulator League stand. We've been doing all the stuff over there. We've got the community meet and greet later on. So, we're standing well. Just over there is Fendt. We're going to get to Fendt in a moment, because there's a gold Fendt over there, which I can't wait to get to, plus the telescopic loader, which is just, well, it's a teleloader, but with the cab that raised up. But we're at Valtra. So when we get, you know, Valtra are known for their colours on their tractors, and when we get that situation, people say, oh, the colours are ridiculous, why have you gone for metallic greens or metallic oranges? And I'll show you why. Because they're here, look. Have a look at that. We got orange next to it. Just there. Then to the side we've got a lovely kind of bronze. Look at those. There we go. Blue. More of a kind of forest, almost a military green over here. Now they have been saying, I think we've got to go over to Fendt to have a look, but one of the manufacturers has got a cab with a Farming Simulator rig in it. But look at that. Very nice indeed. We're going to head over to Fendt in just a moment. So as Mississippi was literally just saying, oh my god, there's a gold Fendt, that's amazing. It's alright, you can be in camera. But we want this in game. We want this, because it's cool. So Fendt's, if you recall, FarmCon this year coming up in July at the Fendt Forum in Bavaria. If you can be there, but look at that. 1974 to 2024. 50th anniversary, that's a phenomenal looking tractor, isn't it? So, when you're in your fields on Farming Simulator and you've picked yourself a gold tractor and people are mocking you, don't worry about it. You do you. That's awesome. So,
yeah, you want to find out much?
why? Look at that. Again, in-game doesn't do it justice. The 943, look at the size of that. Amazing. I think a bit further along we've got the Katana. haven't got either. I think they've got one here. They've got a Fendt boom sprayer. Which level is it? Katana? I'm sure it is. There you go, Katana 850. Again, what a bit of kit that is. Camper header on the front. That is nice. I was hoping they'd have a 1050, but I don't think they have. 936 again. Wow.
That's about, you are like a parasol, didn't you? Catch me and hanging. Yeah. Oh, sometimes here.
There you go. That's what we need. I love the way the wheels go right up into the arches and the whole vehicle is sunk down into them rather than sitting really high up the whole rig. The boom's high up, but the vehicle's got a very, very low centre of gravity. That's fantastic. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's day 2 of LAMMA, the Lincolnshire Agricultural Machinery Manufacturers Association. I didn't mention it in the first one, that's what it stands for, but here's the thing. People have been asking me over the last 24 hours when you put your video up for LAMMA, and the thing is, I can't put a video up for LAMMA because I haven't seen most of LAMMA. It's been a fantastic problem to have, but because of the community meet and greet, because of Farming Simulator being here, everywhere we've gone, and I've gone out to start filming, to start recording, to start what we're doing, we keep getting stopped for people to ask for autographs, to ask for photos taken. That's not being arrogant, that's not me being, look at me, aren't I a rock star, aren't I famous? No, but it is true. We haven't been able to get around the show. So we're on day 2. We're now out of the first set of halls where Farming Simulator is, and we're going to try and get around a bit more. I might not talk through a lot of it, but I'm going to show you some stuff. We've got Bednar and a whole load of stuff over this side. But again, to get some idea of the scale of the machinery and those kind of things, for you to get an idea of it. I've been talking to the guys at Massey Ferguson, at Unirap, not Unirap, Ranirap, about possible opportunities and stuff like that. So we're going to see some stuff going on. So I'll turn the camera around and we will crack on. What way to start? Bednar, very nice indeed. Let's get around and have a look at some of this. I'm trying to get in other manufacturers as well as just the ones that are in game, but as you're aware, the Bednar Swift, there you go, Swifter disc just over there, all the stuff that we have in game already. And it's nice to get a look at the stuff up close and personal, because when we got the Bednar stuff come out with all the bits that hook together to make up the chain of equipment that runs, when you get an idea of the scale and the size of it, and when we were talking at Massey Ferguson about it, it was that concept of the size of tractors and the horsepower of tractors that get sold in the UK. The horsepower that farmers want matches up to the tractors and the machinery and the equipment they've got. So when you pull back on a piece of equipment like this, you get an idea that in game you look and think, well yeah, I can hook those together, I can use this tractor and we can put it along. But in reality, that's a lot. It's a lot of metal, there's a lot going on there, it's heavy, requires some horsepower. So Bednar here, I'm trying to think, we're going to go part way out this hall and we'll see what we can find as we move further down, and we'll keep going. Unfortunately, I got the camera turned on just slightly too late to catch Mrs. Silly P's exclamation of Deutz, and as you can see, look, she's left me. She's off like a rocket. Off like a hare in a race. She loves her a Deutz-Fahr, does Mrs. Silly P. Look, just touching the Deutz-Fahr. She's happy now, look. She's in a happy place. What's she seen? Oh, she's seen the Warrior. Now, bearing in mind we were at FarmCon at Deutz-Fahr, so, you know, we've seen these before at FarmCon, but you know how she is. She loves her Deutz-Fahr. There you go. With a Warrior. They have got the metallic one on the end as well, the one that I like, my preference. They are lovely. Oh, Storth is over there as well. MX front loader equipment's there. That's front loader equipments. You might notice my voice, I'm a little bit hoarse today. Yesterday was a busy day with everything went on. Yeah, look at that. That's a kiddie, that, isn't it? The metallic green Warrior, that's lovely. Serious bit of kit, isn't it? And the thing is, well, I'm zoomed out, but as far as I can go. But there's just the scale of all the stuff here is amazing. Loving it, as you can imagine. So anyway, yesterday the community question and answer sessions, all the things we did, was absolutely fantastic. People loved it. They really went for it. We did the Q&A. FSL's been running. We've gone round. We've got to chat to a few people. But it's this stuff that we're here for. You know, it's what we all love. It's the passion we have. It's when you can see the stuff we're using in game, day in, day out, up close and personal. It adds that visceral quality to it all. I've just noticed this is right behind me. For all those who've been watching my channel for a while, you know I do like a Land Rover. Oh, look at that. That's lovely, isn't it? Oh, Antonio Carraro, look. Antonio Carraro here as well. Now this is the first time seeing them. When I went to Agritechnica, I didn't find Antonio Carraro. So when we got the Antonio Carraro pack in game, they're all here. And these are very cool. So this for me, I know in game everyone's like, oh, they're too small, we can't really use them, but let's be honest, it'll do the job for what you need it to do. For me personally, I would love something like that. It's the right size, does the job, if well, depending on what job you're going to be doing, but the track version, seriously cool. Turn the camera around. There you go. Got the cab ones over here as well. Just go out a little bit. Right, so that. Lovely. And for the inclement weather, the British weather, that's very cool. Now, who's that? Oh, that's nice, isn't it? Look at the size of that. That's pretty cool. That's probably a little bit smaller than the smaller Manitou we have in game. Not a bad reach on that as well. What's that going to be? 3 metre? Is that a 3 metre reach maybe? It's very cool actually. And now I've lost Mississippi P, so I'll be in trouble for wandering off as I do. Let's get back over to Deutz-Fahr. She's probably just still there with her hand or her head on a Deutz-Fahr, I would imagine. So, as we're coming across here, we've got Manitou. This is the battle of the telehandlers, battle of the teleloaders. We've got Manitou there, and Merlot just opposite. Bunning a bit further over as well. Said about MX. We've got Stman over there with your Vertimix feed mixers, forage wagons. We'll have a look over there in just a moment as well. Let's check out the Manitous and Merlots. So, question for the chat. Question for anyone that wants to answer the comment. Merlot or Manitou? What's your preference? What would it be? Oh, Mississippi P's Manitou. I'm a bit partial to a Merlot, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, I am. There's a Merlot mod, and I can't remember who it's by, and I love it. We'll get over to the Manitous in just a moment. But when I was watching Ollie Harrison, Ollie Blogs the other day, had me contract, they had an electric Merlot on site for a test. And I noticed, I was talking to a couple of guys yesterday and they were saying about forklift trucks have done it for a long time. Some run LPG, they have tanks, some are electric. But what they've got on their electric model, you open the side out, you have one set of batteries on charge, you run the the telehandler as long as you need to. Then when you unclip it, you just slide the battery pack out, slide another one in, just like changing the batteries on a controller in your house or something like that, and then you carry on. Away you go. They've got some pretty good reach on these as well, actually. Look at that one. So I'm pretty sure he said the 27.6, you've got the horsepower, and the number on the end is the reach. So I'm sure that's the 6 metre. You've got the 44.9 is the 9 metre. And that's the 35.7, so that'll be 7. That one obviously is all completely collapsed, that one. And that's your 7. Just there. Oh man, it's just, I'm not sure I'm going to get around with this. I'm running out of time. Bunnings next door. Trays. Actually, we don't have many of those. Again, it's that thing of contracts and licensing in game from Giants. Let me swing the camera around again. So in game, it's having the licensing to do it. So on PC, obviously, a lot of these companies, 4D modding, they make a lot of the, and Air Agri modding, they make a lot of the Irish trailer company stuff. We don't get as much of it come to console, and if we do, often it's Lizard branded or something like that. But it's quite cool to see them again in the flesh, as I said before. I'll go to Stman in just a second. We'll have a look at the so the Manitou side. Have you said what your favourite is? Have you commented? Now that's cool. That's a very cool bit of kit. Liking that a lot. And again, when you talk about implement size stuff, when you're putting on these, and we're driving these in game, and I love, you know, we drive them all over. And when you're getting your buckets and your attachments, and you say, oh, I need a 3,000 litre, I need a 4,000 litre, you know, I need something bigger, I need to move the stuff I'm putting into my trailers faster. That's a 4.5. It is massive. I mean, it's such a huge bit of kit. There you go.
Is he?
Oh, we've got some Gale over here as well. Gale over there. Do we have some Gale stuff? I'm trying to think. Was it FS, say 17 or 19 about Gale stuff? Be nice to see some of that come back. It's very cool. Very nice, actually. There you go, self-propelled mixer wagon. I'm trying to think if I saw one of these Agritechnica a few years back. The Triolet? No, so the Triolier, isn't it? Triolier. If I'm saying that correctly. But that, again, that's a big old bit of kit, isn't it? With your arm for scraping out from the end of the silage clamp. I like the raised cab on that as well. That's actually pretty cool. And also all the other ones we've had in game and got in game, the cab sits down lower, doesn't it? So that's just your scrape on the grab, and then you've got your belts there. So if you're picking up loose product into it, and obviously then you can, if you're going to use a telehandler or whatever to over the back. But I like that raised cab design. That's pretty cool. And we were asked when we did our Q&A panel yesterday, what manufacturer would we like to see come to game? One thing I completely forgot, we were all racking our brains trying to think of it, and some of us said McHale. Claydon's one that's pretty cool. But again, it's, you know, do they want to work with Giants? Do Giants want to work with them? Do they want their stuff in a game? That becomes the question. Claydon stuff's pretty cool. You're certainly not going to miss it in your yard, are you? Or out in the field. Richard Western trailers. Again, I know I keep banging on about it. If you're watching, you're probably going to be saying, oh, it's all he keeps going about is the scale of things. But again, it's that trailer size. It just, even standing back here, you're looking, oh, it's not too bad until you see the people stood next to it. It's massive. When I was talking to the guy at Massey Ferguson, he was saying about something that's not, you don't kind of consider in game. is hydraulic pressures on your vehicle's hydraulic speed. You know, can your hydraulics lift a full trailer of that with whatever tractor you're pulling it on, which is something we don't have to consider when we're doing it in game. But when you've got trailers this size, you're trying to lift up. Has your tractor got them minerals, I guess, is the question. And I think, did I say, yeah, over here, got Stman stuff. So have a look at Stman. We've got some forage wagons over here as well, I think, yeah. So the Vertimix, I'm not sure if, I don't think they've got a self-propelled, but let's have a look. Sometimes they have the sides open on these. Oh, look at that. Bale trailer. I walked straight past that and didn't even notice. Look at that. That's pretty cool. Richard Western bale trailer. That's pretty cool. And the thing is, I think I'm finding as we're going round, is it reinvigorates your passion for playing, your passion for content creation, your passion for, you know what, I haven't used much of that in game, because it becomes not samey, but you're doing stuff and thinking, oh, do I want to, you know, do I want to use that? Can I use something easier? Can I use something quicker? And as you're seeing them, you're thinking, I want to use more of these. I want to, yeah, definitely in game use more of these. There we go. Oh, I think at the front, where everything comes out into the belt on this as well. I think it's left and right. I think they can switch on this one, isn't it? Pretty sure we can go left and right on this. In there, look. Oh, it's open on the side, which I think will come up from the top, but that's very cool. Awesome. Mississippi's got to be somewhere.
No. I've seen how many steps I've done.
I know I'm going to say it wrong, and I apologise. We've got Vedistat here, just behind us. We've got Holland just over to the side. We've got Krone just around to the side there. So we'll try and get around as much of it as we can. I'll get you. We'll have a look as we go. There's your Vedistat. We're going to the Krone balers. There's one with all the sides open here, which is very, very cool. I'll get out of shot now. I'll turn the camera on. So, there's our Vedistat gear. Roland's just behind me. I'll send it. It is. How are you?
I'm alright, thank you, sir.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
How are you?
I'm alright, thank you.
So, anyway, I'll carry on. And that's what I was saying. It's a lovely problem to have. As you're going around, people are recognising you, they want to talk to you, and I have got all the time in the world. I don't mind, I'll talk to absolutely anyone that wants to talk to me about whether it's Farming Simulator, whether it's the machinery, whether it's about the channel, whether it's about them. It's been absolutely fantastic to be able to do that. But yeah, big equipment behind me. As I said, oh, we've just gone past it, haven't we? I'll go back around there. We've got Holland. Is it Universe Semi-Modded? I'm trying to think who's the Roland stuff is. I'm sure it's, no, what's it now? Universe Semi, yeah. I'm having one of those second day brain meltdowns. There's Roland. We'll move on to Krone. And that goes on for quite a bit. You're going to like this. Because we've got the balers, we've got some forage harvesters, we've got some big old gear here. So yeah, look at this. That's some wrap and twine storage, isn't it? I like that actually, that the twine storage is in there and feeds straight from the storage up in. That's pretty cool. That's actually, and again, that's something that in game you don't consider. You know, you run your balers and they bale, and all you want is the bales to come out the other side. But that's a clever feature. Right, so come around from the side of that baler. We open out, and they've got a big old section here. I think JCB's a bit further down this hall as well, so we'll try and get to that. So what do you think of Krone? We've got windrowers, we've got tedders, we've got balers, we've got mowers, forage harvester, forage wagons. I mean, the list only goes on, and I think they've got pretty much most of it here. Pretty impressive. We'll go to the forage harvesters in just a minute. That's a bit of me, that is. I don't mind a Krone forage harvester. Oh, there you go. Actually, 4 rotor. That's a big old one, isn't it? I'll try and get a bit further back from that. And get a bit of an idea. We've got wrappers and more balers this side, which I'll turn around to. There you go. 4 rotor. I think we've got a smaller one over there, but that's a 4 rotor windrower. Swadro TC 1570. So that's going to be a 15 metre, I think. 1570. Is it 15 metres and then is it 70? No, I'm trying to think for the actual. I'm no expert on the numbering, but there you go. Standalone wrapper. So the straw harvest add-on's coming, we know that. We know it's coming the next couple of weeks. That's all I can say. The next couple of weeks we're going to be getting it. And we know that Creative Mesh work very well with these guys. I mean, for a long time a lot of the Creative Mesh guys were the Krone FSL team. That's a nice baler wrapper. I was talking to Mark Thor yesterday when he was at the meet and greet about the quick bale. Something a lot of people have been talking about, and whether it exists in real life or not. He's talking about, or spoke to me yesterday about, making a square baler wrapper, which we haven't had yet, and it may be a bit of a homologation. It'll be a blend of different things. But he's thinking about maybe trying to make a square baler wrapper in-game, which I think would be fantastic. That'd be pretty cool. So I'm losing my thread. I've got people keep walking up behind me to say hello. Again, it's great. I have no problem. I keep losing my concentration. Wow, this is amazing. I was hoping, I'm not sure if they've got one, I was hoping they'd have a tracked one. And so I do like these, the big X's with the front tracks, but I don't think they have. So 1180. And there you go. This is what your machine's doing when you're using your forage harvester. I'll probably get in trouble for the music, so I'm going to do 15 seconds maximum, but cross-cutting as it goes up, accelerates up the chute and out the top. And that's what I talk about cross-cutting. It makes chaff regardless. There we go. Up close and personal. So again, in game, these get spinning. I'm just going to show you. Look how sharp they are. That is incredibly cool and incredibly terrifying all at the same time. But look at that. So that's a 9 metre, isn't it? It's collect 900, I think. We'll have a bit further over on the next one as well. Short pipe. I don't think this is the cab. I don't know if they've got one where the cab raises here. We're going to have a look, see if we can find one as we go around. I've lost Mississippi again. I'm like a child at a theme park. I just run off into the crowd. The Grass King. That's your mower. Look at that. The big M450. How many times have we used those? The drop down side mowers. Sometimes they might have the other side down. We'll have a look if I can get around to the other side. That's very cool too. Once I stop recording, I'll see if I can find it. Yeah, the other side's down. Let's have a look at the other side, shall we? As we go around. There you go. There's one side. Yeah, JCB's just a bit further over, just seen it. There you go. It's one side down. It looks like, I'm just trying to see, it looks like the rear axle is extended. That looks wider. Maybe, I'm just imagining that. It does look like it's extended. The whole raising and lowering when you use it in game. Again, as I keep saying, it's taking that time to pay attention to the details that we all stop doing, that we all play for a long period of time, and you'll go and use a piece of equipment like that, you'll turn it on, you drop it down, off you go, do your mowing, because in your mind I need to get the mowing done. To stop and take the time to just watch that animation. When the whole thing starts up, it raises, it lowers the suspension, the mowers come down and off you go. That's what you want to focus on. Pay attention to those details, because when you see them up close, you suddenly stop and go, yeah, I need to look at that more often, you know? Oh, I was hoping that was to be track. Oh, hang on. I'm just thinking, is that the 49? Hang on, I think I found that John Deere I was talking about, that Ollie Bloggs spoke about. There it is, the 4955. Now in game, I've used the ridiculous Dominic 4755 a lot, and Ollie Harrison was talking about this and said you need to go and have a look, find it if you can. This thing has been sort of restored, done up, polished, cleaned up for the show. This 4955 is gorgeous. Look at that. Now that to me, that's the ridiculous Dominic 49, well with 4755, that's the 49, but that bonnet looks so long. You could land an aircraft on that. Well, that's quite the engine on that, isn't it? There you go. There it is. Side on, that 4955. When you side onto it, I said from the front that bonnet looks long, but wow. Right, so I've just come past Milwaukee Tools, just past that. We've got McCormick, I think. Have they got Unimog? Oh, hang on a minute. Oh, this might be quite cool. I think we might have some Unimog as well. I've certainly seen Mercedes sign, so that would make sense, wouldn't it? Let's have a look. There we go. Those are McCormicks. That was one company I'm really glad going to game. I do like them. And again, I need to use more of these different companies. I know people keep saying you've got to use different stuff, you've got to use different stuff. And the problem you've got is there are so many different manufacturers, so many of them with the different variants, different engine sizes, configurations. You can't use them all. You want to use them all. Oh, look at that. That is Mandy. Is that not a beautiful looking tractor from the front? That is lovely, isn't it? That is a really nice bit of kit, that. Yes, look, Unimogs. Oh, I love these things. Looks like I've got an old one and a new one. But again, this is one. Why may I say that? No, this is interesting because I wanted to get Unimog. I wanted a Unimog on console. We didn't get one. It came out for PC. However, one of the emergency service pack fire engines that Creative Mesh got in, because it was converted to a fire engine by another company, we got it in, but as a fire version variant of it. But this is a company I would love to see in game on console. I would like to see Unimog because I do like these. Very versatile bit of kit. You look on the back, you've got your link on there with your Bennett hitch on the back of there as well. Your extendable, retractable hitch on there. So it does make them, yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, front and rear, it is in essence a tractor. So when people have said to me you should do a series, a no tractor series, you've got to work out what equipment and machinery you're going to use. This sort of thing would be absolutely That's incredible, isn't it? I want to go look at the old one. Look, this old Unimog over here. Look. We'll go on to JCB's in just a minute because there's plenty of them.
There it is.
Oh look, that's special, isn't it? Just realised. Mississippi P green. How cool is that? I was so busy talking and looking around, it didn't even dawn on me, but that's just... the fact they did that. Especially for me coming, that's lovely, isn't it? How nice of them. But then look at this. That's old school and that is just lovely. I love the short wheelbase on that as well. You do see these when you go to Land Rover trialling, off-road trialling. Some people have these every now and again. But look at the wheelbase on that. Please, 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 I want one in game. The same as my little Jeep, my Land Rovers, my Santanas. One of those, I'd be happy. Just pootle around. But talking of pootling around, something that doesn't pootle around, that. Here we are. This typically was the furthest away from where we started off, but we're here now. The Massey Ferguson dealer I was talking to this morning said their dealership, where they're selling their Masseys, they're now in a joint contract with JCB. So they've got their Massey Fergusons on the forecourt and they've got 2 of these. And they said we're trying to shift them. People like them, they do, they're not cheap. But another guy I spoke to yesterday came to talk to me, actually a farmer, and he was doing stuff. He's saying getting to drive those, when they're hauling, you've got the guys that are hauling 2 loads on those in the same time it's taken with the regular tractor they normally use. Look at that, 5,000 litre. It's just ludicrous, ludicrous. So when you're in game and you're like, yeah, I need a 10,000 litre bucket. When you look at those big JCBs we got in game, that that is absolutely...
That's mad. We should buy one and the kids could move out.
We could buy one and live in it.
That's really nice.
Put a little tarp over the front, little
Yeah.
bed in the back corner, stove at the side, little kitchen in the middle. Oh no, that's something a bit different. Look at that. So, the FS, well, whatever it ends up being, let's have a look. FS25, whatever it might end up being. JCB's new lineup, what do you reckon? Look at that. That's pretty cool. There's a wind throw attachment tank on the back and tank on the front. With your pipe work running, to see that actually again in real life, let's turn that around to have a look at the pipe work running from the front. So we go, look. What about a tank there? Up into our couplings that runs down the side of the tractor, all the way across. And like I say, again, we've got a few that do this in game. You see it hooked up and you see it in person. That's a pretty cool bit of kit. I like that. That's got quite the boom width on it as well. That's nice. I'm liking that. Look at that. Got an 8330 next door icon. That's a big old one. That's caught my eye, that. That's I mean, I don't doubt there'll be people that might comment, say there might be a PC mod, you might have that already out. Console we haven't, but yeah. Let's see. There we go, around the other side. Do you know what I haven't seen? Oh yeah, you're right. What I haven't seen. Oh yeah, it's John Deere, New Holland. Where's Case then? Is Case a bit further down? Yeah, potentially, yeah. There we go. Have a look. Now that's, I was to say that's the back of a loader, isn't it? I was thinking, wow, front end of that tractor looks incredible. What is that? But it's not, it's the back. I just saw that over the back and thought, ooh, hello. But no. Oh, there we go. Right, the wheel loader. So when we got the Platinum expansion with Silver Run and all the extra, the Volvo gear, and we got the big JCB wheel loaders again. When you get the wheel loader, yeah, the sweet bucket. But here we go. So size. Oh man, 435s. Look at this thing, and look at that silage full. That's some serious metal on there. That is absolutely. That's literally what's referred to. That's a weapon. That is just crazy. But I don't know if I mentioned this the last few videos leading up to coming here, but Tilly G, if you remember, going back way back. Let me turn this back around again. Tilly G was quite partial to her New Holland. She loved her T7315s, and the T7315 is very cool. But New Holland just brought out their new T7340 HD, and we've got one right here.
Gorgeous.
That is phenomenal, isn't it? Wow. That's a nice bit of kit. That's got the old connected thing on there, so like the Case AFS Connect. When you're hooking these up to implements, machinery, other vehicles as you're going, linking up to your harvesters as you've got the harvester behind, so when you're unloading on the field you can sync these up, you can line up next to them, run at the same speeds. I love that you've got a best selfie spot there as well, like that. That's very cool. Yeah, Case is next door. Someone said they're a quad track. I think they've got a quad track. We're going to have a look at that in just a second, but let's have a look at this. There we go. Look at that. Right, around the back, I want to have a look at the back of this 340. That's some serious bit of kit in it. The size of that. That's phenomenal. Like that. Right, there is. They weren't wrong. Let's go past the New Holland to Case. Your boost. We had the Case anniversary pack, didn't we, recently? The Farmall. So that's again, you look at the Case stuff in game and you've got the Puma. It doesn't seem that big. It's kind of, you know, you look at it, oh well, it's a mid-range sort of thing. It's a fair old sized bit of kit, that. Obviously not, you know, it's dwarfed by what's next to it, but it's the new one, the 715. My God, look at that. That's like a shark nose. That thing is phenomenal. My days. I'll go around to the front of this in just a second. 715. Wow. Quad track. Look at the width of the bottom. Can you imagine what's under the hood of that thing? That's just my. Oh. I know I keep going past everything saying that thing's a weapon. That is a beast. An absolute beast. Well, I don't think there's many farms in the UK that would use something like that, but it's a bit of a weapon, that. The Welcome Farms guys, no, they had one for a while, didn't they, on trial, but blimey. All you can keep doing is just whistling out loud, don't you? There we go, what happened there? Lost everything. We've been round, I think, as much as we're going to get round now, aren't we? There's going to be some manufacturers and bits and bobs we've missed on the way walking back round. If we pick up any odds and ends, this is just to get an idea, a flavour of what LAMMA's been and what we've been sort of seeing. Today's been, we've got round a lot more today than we did yesterday. But the whole experience for the 2 days, I think this is definitely something we want to look at as a community, as a group, of maybe trying to do something like this every year. Trying to do a LAMMA farming simulator UK community. No, anyone's welcome to come, not just UK, but you know what I mean, that kind of thing. But just to give you a little idea and insight into what it's been like and what manufacturers are here. There's loads of companies here that are here to do with precision farming and spraying and wrapping systems and hydraulic systems, and there are solicitors companies, and every aspect of farming is here. Everything is here for the farmers to come to interact, to make connections. Again, that networking word, so network and get those connections, to look at purchasing equipment, to talk about deals, to talk about trials of equipment. And yeah, I mean, we've kind of scratched the surface, but it's a bit of an idea. If I don't see you again in a little while, we can probably end it there. I hope you've enjoyed it. Like, so I'll cobble something together. I might put up a video maybe of the Q&A we did. I might do a separate video of just the Q&A because Mississippi filmed it from yesterday. I hope you've enjoyed just having a look, just a brief look at what we've been doing. If you have, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. As always,
Thanks for watching.
we'll see you on the next one.
soon.
Take care.